Well, it's live now, so hi
It
guys.
still says off air. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Always just misses out on it.
Hello!
There you go. So that's the enthused greeting we expected.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it because it can't always be me.
It's Sunday!
That was a bit scary.
I feel like that's to be expected from Matt at this point.
I'm me, you're you, you're you, you're me, I'm me, you're you.
I don't know what to say to follow that.
Wake me up inside!
Matt, stop singing Evanescence. We're going to get copyright strike.
Oh,
or
man.
just not deemed not advertiser friendly.
I mean, we're not advertiser friendly as of last week. So
What happened last week?
you're in.
Sorry, just a couple burning children. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And they're like, save me!
Well, I guess we can try and get this a little professional. Sorry for the delay, people. There was a slight technical difficulty in which I was unavailable to start it on time.
That's okay. Shit happens.
But yeah, so this week, if you're not aware, it's a little different. We're taking a break from actually playing through the game. Probably a little mental health break for the players, considering how last week ended.
We're a little traumatized. We have PTSD
now. Shan is working. She won't be with us, but Peter may be joining us at some point. I'm not sure. Haven't heard from him today. But yeah, so we're just catching up, seeing how you guys are feeling. Both Britt and Matt haven't played D&D before, although Matt, you played like previous editions, right?
Yeah.
So everyone's relatively new to the game, so I figured we take this week and just, catch up, reflect on what's happened over the last 7 episodes, and see how everything's going. And yeah, let's see.
I mean, I think it's fairly safe to say that we're all fairly scarred for life now. So.
Yeah, Sarah, that happens with me a lot too. Sarah Night Owl, she says every time she wants to watch D&D, she forgets that it's streaming live and ends up missing it.
Oh yeah.
I'm like that with Critical Role.
I can actually watch the chat today, so I'm actually going to do.
Strahd's a dick.
He is.
But yeah, surprise if just where Sarah, you said you never played before either. It's surprisingly a pretty easy game to pick up. Wizards changed a lot with 5th edition, and a lot of the like complicated numbers and ranking systems and such from 3rd edition is just all streamlined now. So like, I would encourage anybody who remotely even enjoys watching D&D at all, pick up the starter kit. It comes with a little adventure that gets you from level 1 to 5 for your party. It's the name of the adventure is The Lost Mine of Phandelver. And yeah, it's even for a first-time DM and first-time player, it's actually really, really easy to get into. You won't be obviously perfect at the start, but yeah, I'm running that with my friends in real life now. And for a starter kit, like the adventure is great. I would consider running that for games, even with veterans. So yeah, highly recommend. 5th edition has actually been really good for me so far. How about you guys? Because you guys are both relatively new to it as well. How are you finding like picking up on the system and how to play and stuff like that?
Well, personally, I think it's kind of easy for me because I'm not playing like a character that has magic or cantrips or whatever. So for me, it's really easy. Once we got to third level, it got confusing, but that was because I got the games confused. So that was just me being a dumbass. I think.
Well, it could be both.
Now. Yeah. But like if you're playing like a barbarian especially, like it's really easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sarah, it requires a bit of strategic thinking for like the players and such. But if you're like brand new to it, some of the combat stuff might get a little. It might take you a couple of like battles to learn what to do and what's going on, but not really, because a lot of the core stuff, especially early first and second level stuff, there's very few things you can do. So that's another thing that's really good about the way 5th edition works, and especially the starter kit campaign. You level up like gradually over the course of the story, so it gives you plenty of time to get used to your new skills and such. But yeah, Matt, that's a good point. Matt, what Matt and Britt and Shan are doing is a little more complicated than I would normally recommend for new players, because you guys are playing 2 different games on the same day with 2 different characters. So you guys are going to have a little bit more of a learning curve, because you're going to, like what Matt said, getting confused between the 2 characters. So for Sarah there, yeah, if you end up playing just through the intro campaign where you are, if you're not DMing and just playing a character, it's really easy just to get into the one character you do have, learn the system. It's like I said, it's incredibly streamlined compared to previous editions. If there was ever, there's never been a better time to get into D&D. How about you, Britt? How do you think about getting into it, being a newbie and learning all this stuff?
Well, I mean, for me, the most complicated thing was like actually filling out the character sheet. Because despite me being a booktuber, I actually don't know how to read, apparently. That's what Devin and I very quickly learned, is that Britt doesn't actually know how to read.
And math is hard.
I was going to say math is the thing too.
Yeah, like numbers in general just like freak me out. Like for whatever reason, numbers have always been like I hate using this word, but I'm going to use it. It's like a trigger for my anxiety, and D&D is just all numbers. So as fun as it is, sometimes my brain gets a little frazzled.
Well, yeah, no, like I said, it's... Oh, sorry, my Twitter just popped up. Okay.
Huh. Well.
Is that porn?
No, it's Polydrawn. Why did that just pop? I clicked on a notification as it popped up, and now I just lost everything.
Foolish.
All right, wow, she's like famous now.
Shout out, Holly.
Holly Joan. Holly Joan.
Back to Strahd. I'm sorry, Brett. What were we saying?
We were talking about how I hate numbers.
Oh.
And don't know how to read.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is, yeah, when it comes to everybody on like the BookTube D&D cast, you have made more characters for this channel than anybody. So yeah, I can see that being a thing.
Well, I mean,
you
killed me pretty early, Dev.
Sarah asked, who's the player that played the game the longest? I think that's me, but not by very much. Except maybe Shan.
Right?
Yeah, Shan's been playing for a long time too. Shan's DMing her own game with her IRL friends. And she's definitely played more 5 or 5th edition than all of us. I've been playing tabletop RPGs probably not as long as Matt, because Matt, you do like solo stuff and things too, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to 5th edition, I think Shan has the most experience, followed by me far away in second, and then everyone else. I played a lot of World of Darkness where it's a horror setting and you're playing mortals and vampires and such. So yeah, we're all pretty new to 5th edition.
Yeah.
Numbers freak a lot of people out except for Sam. Sam will be here for the second live chat because Sam is in the second game. She's in the Dimhaven one.
Mm-hmm.
And I will certainly make that comment for her.
She said she only had an hour or so, though. Why didn't you guys tell me my hair looked so fucking awful? My God.
I thought that was the look you were going for.
No, I didn't brush my hair today. Can you tell?
Turn to the side a little bit.
No.
Other side. Well, yeah, there is one hair going crazy on that other side.
Well, congratulations, guys. You get to see my horrible bed head. So I'm not dealing
Your
with
horrible veg head?
No, my horrible bed head. I can't speak either.
Why didn't you guys tell me my beard looked like this?
Yeah. It does look like I just got out of bed, Sarah. I know. It's probably because I did.
Why didn't you guys tell me I look so pale?
Yeah, you do.
Well, it's because you're dead, Devin.
Who lights all your candles? I don't get it.
Doru. Because he escaped.
Doru.
Great FYI, your hair looks like you just got out of bed.
Yeah.
Britt.
Mm-hmm.
You need to quit sleeping around. People are going to start calling you names like whore.
Excuse me.
Sarah, I unfortunately do not have a cookie to give you. Matt, do you have a cookie for Sarah?
No.
Oh, sorry. I'll see what I can do,
Sarah.
Get one idea.
FedEx it to her, Devin.
A hooer. What's that from? A hooer. What's that from?
You?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Like someone was saying whore but didn't want to say whore. So they were saying a hooer. So D&D is something we do.
Yeah.
That is true. We do that occasionally. We try to.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Britt doesn't sleep around. I just want everyone to know that. She's awake the entire time.
All right, so this campaign we're running through Curse of Strahd, which is it's a pre-made adventure from Wizards of the Coast. So this one is more or less guided by a book.
Voices.
Just less improv in this one than the other. I guess we go back to where it started, eh?
Yes, Sarah, I do watch anime. Sorry, I cut you off.
Oh, go ahead.
No, Sarah just asked if I watch anime.
Well, there's an anime boy looking at us
Yeah.
over your shoulder, so.
Yeah.
Is that karate belts?
Yes. It's because I have nowhere else to put them.
This is Britt trying to look intimidating on stream.
Damn. She could fuck us up, man.
I could fuck you up. I've watched John Wick approximately 2,000 times.
And so all that training in my dream, that was real.
Yeah, Britt thinks watching The Matrix is enough to make you know Kung Fu. All right, so we started the campaign. You guys ended up in Barovia. There was a lot of chaos about which heroes was here and which heroes were not. But didn't take you guys long to make it to the Death House. How thought we talk about that for a little bit.
Ooh, Death House seems like so long ago.
I've grown so much since then.
Yeah, the baby.
I don't know. You're still destroying children's lives.
Again, I don't know how many times I have to say this. It's Peter's fault. He should have checked the crates.
I mean, it's not Peter's fault when the baby went in to Death House and then smashed the children's skulls.
I was trying to help the people in our party.
At this point, baby found a deed to the Death House and wanted to destroy the skulls so that he could claim ownership of the home. We all know this.
Yeah,
And now
that
he's trying to
happened.
sell it.
Yeah, because it's a shit house. It's a real fixer-upper, and I ain't got time for that shit.
Oh, God. So, yeah.
There were a lot of turns that we weren't expecting. We'll say that.
How about you going full juggernaut in the home, crashing through walls?
It was quicker than watching Rygar try to pick a lock.
Well, at the time there wasn't locks. There was spinning blades over the doors.
Oh, that one too. Yeah.
But seeing Dragar and Raphael try to jump through the blades is kind of funny.
I mean, the baby got to parachute out the balcony with a curtain.
No, that was Matt.
Matt got to get the baby to do it.
I
Yeah.
said that.
Oh, God. So, what's the favorite moment so far? You got 7 episodes to pick from.
Wow, have we done it 7 times?
We've done it 7 times.
Wow.
Well, technically 8 because we got the first one was not recorded.
All right.
Wow.
Just the 3 of us.
Just the 3 of us.
Favorite moment in Strahd so far?
There's been so many. How can I pick just one?
Probably the 10 gold thing. Honestly.
Wow.
Your favorite moment so far was the baby trying to proposition Vistani women to sleep with him and being upset at the price.
You said they were prostitutes.
I said they were Vistani.
And
one of them said she could find you company. She didn't offer herself.
True dat. That happened. Yeah.
And then when they volunteered to get you some people, they said 100 gold, and you said, how about 10?
Yeah, because that's steep, dude. I'm not marrying the girl.
Well, that one you pay for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Which would roughly add up to about 100 gold. Yeah, that was pretty good. I was a little worried about that. There's been just a lot of really fun times.
Yeah.
Like the time I keep saying I'm really in character here. The time the baby wanted to go swimming in a little pond in the bottom of a house and a giant trash monster came up. That was kind of fun.
Well, let's think about what happened. You went to the death house.
Yeah.
Barely got out of that alive.
Yeah.
You made your way to the bar. Dragar tried to get cheated by the bartender, and then he intimidated the bartender so much that he kind of wet himself.
No, Devin, that was
Or was that Dimhaven?
That was the one shot with Justice. And I think it was Shan that made the bartender piss himself.
Yeah, I don't even remember this happening.
Shade, it was. It wasn't Shan that did it though. It was you, because I remember it was you specifically talking to the bartender because he's trying to cheat you.
Right.
Yeah. No, Zregar went to. You were at the bar with near Raphael, who was talking to Ismark. What were you
Was that
doing
the
at
same
time?
time with the 10 gold?
It was, yeah. That's right. Drager didn't actually say anything. It was the baby was trying to proposition the Vistani. And he said something like, even my friend think I'm cute or whatever. And he pointed to Zregar, hoping Zregar would be like the wingman and back him up. And all of a sudden, 2 of the 3 women started swooning over Zregar instead.
Yeah.
And the baby was upset until he realized the third one, the ugly one, was still looking at him. And that was the one you propositioned.
Yep.
So yeah, so from there you met Ismark. You agreed to help him get his wife, or not his wife, his sister to Vallaki, where she would be safe. Which you guys are still in the process of doing. He wouldn't leave until
Sorry.
Knowles.
the Knowles came back. Until you guys helped bring his dead father to Church of the Morning Lord to be buried. From there, I think is one of my most like anxious moments when you guys are walking up to the church and wolves come up on both sides of the road, and the baby's reaction is to drop the body, pick up his maul, and charge them. So that was all well and good. He gets halfway towards the wolves, sees glowing red eyes in the mist behind them, and continues to run. So the baby bum rushed Strahd von Zarevich himself. That was.
It could have been
That was
anyone.
intense.
Anybody. Yeah, because red eyes are just so common.
Again, I have to explain a lot here. This is turning into like a let's make fun of me thing.
We can go back to make fun of Brit. We do that a lot.
Yeah, I thought he was blocking the road. And so I went to clear the road. Sorry.
That Mina. Fred causing chaos.
Yeah. But yeah, that was.
Yeah, now Gaze wants to get it on it. Stupid old man.
I thought for sure that Matt was going to die at that point.
Yeah.
It was very fortunate that he wasn't able to do a lot of damage, so Strahd didn't really take him all that seriously and just mocked him the entire time as he dropped unconscious.
And then Zrargar dragged me into the church and left Raphael to die in the street. That was hysterical.
No, my favorite part of that was when we were going through all the turns. The baby was getting messed up. Zregar and Raphael were getting ready to kind of help out. And then it's like, okay, it's Irina's turn. Irina sheaths her sword and then makes her way into the church. And Matt's reaction to that was awesome. It was a very small moment because after that, things just got crazier. But yeah, him being upset was terrific.
She's kind of a jerk. And like, we're doing her a favor.
But you still want her to be your fiance.
I don't really. I just didn't want her to chop my head off. Because I felt that's where everything was heading. Yep. I wanna be nice. I wanna help her. But you know, you can't squeeze blood from a stone. I'm not gonna break my neck over it.
She might break your neck over it, though.
Yeah, and then she like stole her sword from me, thinking I was gonna steal it. She's kind of a dick.
Well, you're only saying that because she tried to kill you. Because when we get to the Church of the Morning Lord, while everyone's outside burying the burgomaster, the dead burgomaster, The baby and Grok, the turtle, decided to go into the basement where the priest's son, who's been turned into a vampire, is like being kept. And he took nice big chunks out of the baby to the point where Irina thought you were going to turn into a vampire. So she did try to kill you. So you might, I can understand you're a little bitter.
To be fair, she tried to kill me because I was going to kill the priest.
Well, that is true.
There could have been some like vampire wariness from her as well. But
well, I mean, you could take it as a compliment. She didn't think you were evil. She thought you were turned into a vampire, and that's why you were doing it, not because, you know, the baby's just a dick.
There's only so many times you could say I'm sorry. And I've done it like 3 times.
Only 3?
I don't know. But then, like, my body was hanging on a rope, and that was kind of awkward.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, as much as we joke about the baby taking on Strahd, that did create a very interesting story element. I don't know if that's intentional on Devin's part or not, but I think it's really funny.
What, him attacking Strahd?
Well, no, that Strahd just likes to fuck with him now.
So
and
you're trying to
say
say
baby is
everything
crazy.
that's going on is just Strahd fucking with me. Was there even a windmill?
Windmill, yeah.
Okay.
I forgot about that too, though. You guys come across the crossroads, and you end up finding the gallows and seeing a corpse hanging, but the baby saw himself hanging there, which then melted away when Grok touched it.
Yeah, it's all pretty disgusting.
But, I mean, Strahd tried really hard to convince everybody to not go in the windmill, and nobody listened to Strahd, as usual, and went in the windmill, and now children are burned.
Before the windmill, there was one more thing that happened, and that was the Vistani camp.
Mm.
Madame Ava's tarot card reading.
Right.
How do you guys feel about that?
I can't remember the guy's name who I'm looking for now. Captain Dog.
What? Oh, the general? Mad Dog?
Mad Dog 2020. Yeah. The Mad Dog. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I just followed Shan's lead. She's like, I'm going to start asking everyone about my reading. And I'm like, I'm going to start asking everyone about my reading. And Devin's like, why are you guys asking us about your reading?
Well, no, didn't have it readily available. Normally, I wasn't expecting you guys to immediately just jump in and start diving into, what does this reading mean? But now there was 2 parts basically to each reading. So like the baby, remember you were told that you will find a kindred spirit in Barovia. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. Strahd wants to do me.
So you think the kindred spirit you're going to find, the family and belonging you're going to find at Strahd?
Yeah.
Well, that's
I think he wants to suckle on the baby.
I'm going to just make a little mental note here because that's not a bad idea.
Oh.
What was Dragar's? Dragar's was you will find blood. The history ingrained in your very essence will be revealed when you least expect it. When the time is right, or maybe when it is most inconvenient. So yeah, you're apparently going to find blood in a history here.
Yeah. I mean, what was really interesting for me about that in particular is when Strahd went into the tent, he did not go in intending to believe like any of the like reading or whatever, and she was like, there was something in her reading that made him like change his mind, and he was like, oh, maybe this isn't a crock of shit after all.
Because
Oh,
as
he's a
soon as you
believer.
walked out of the tent, you stepped on a tampon.
Not quite.
I'm pretty sure that did not happen.
Oh, okay.
That is not in my notes.
Okay.
So yeah, so Zragar believes everything Ava said.
Yeah, more or less. He went in like really skeptical, and now she kind of not quite converted him, but he's more inclined to believe that there could be something to it.
That makes
And I
sense.
mean, children are burning, and that's pretty bloody. So
Crispy.
You guys are so hellbent on the children burning aspect of this. I mean,
To be fair, I've forgotten like 3 times that there's kids burning in that windmill, and people
Yeah,
keep bringing it up.
okay, well let's talk about the windmill then. So you guys end up heading on, continuing on the road beyond the Vistani camp, and you come across a windmill. There's a little bit of debate amongst the party of whether they should go up to it or not. At this point, Zragar actually has a deed to a windmill that you guys pretty much discern it is that windmill. However, Zragar is the only one that doesn't want to go inside. Even to the point of when you guys get to the windmill, there's a raven that's literally jumping up and down and squawking and waving its wings. And Zragar is convinced that the raven is telling you that it's a bad idea to go to this windmill. You guys go inside anyway. Inside, you find a bunch of disturbing things. You find little bones all over the floor. A whole barrel of demon ichor, of which the party decides it's a good idea to just spill all over the floor. When a old woman comes down, and that becomes a giant conflict in and of itself, where she rises up 3 lesser demons from the ichor. You guys defeated those. Zragar decided to take a shot at the woman with his arrow and revealed her to be a night hag. And that was that battle pretty much took the entire session, as far as I recall.
Yeah.
that was a pretty scary battle. It was pretty intense, and then it overlapped.
No, it was in a windmill. It wasn't a tent.
Oh. Devin, fucking made me look like an idiot.
Devin!
Yes, I know. That's the most popular thing I say in the Voxer chat. Yes,
And she's right now going, oh my god, did that happen in a tent? This whole time I thought it was in a windmill. Oh my god.
So how about the moment when you guys are all fighting the night hag and it's looking pretty dire, and all of a sudden the turtle says, "You know what? The battle's not going anywhere. I'm going to head upstairs." How was that?
That was not okay. And it wasn't okay when he left me in the basement. And there's a lot of things that Grok does that seem fine. But I always end up getting fucked because of it.
Yeah. In the basement with Father Donovich's son, who is a vampire now. The battle begins. Baby takes his turn. The vampire takes its turn. Grok goes into his shell and just stays there for a little while.
This is Grok's introduction to the party, by the way.
Yeah, that was his first session. I
did get to ride him like a horse. That was kind of cool. But that was before we went downstairs.
All right, I'm the stupidest correcting you. It wasn't a basement, it was the Undercroft. Which, yes.
The Loracroft?
See, that's why I didn't say Undercroft, because Matt has a compulsion to say that. Every time I say Undercroft, he will say Laura Croft.
Yeah, I'll let you have that one.
Thank you. But yeah, so we're at the old bone grinder mill, and you guys did manage to fight the hag to the point where she retreated. A planar rift opened up, and she went through and left. And yeah, better safe than sorry. You decided to set the whole thing ablaze.
I thought she would burn to death. I'm new to this whole rift thing.
Well, someone's going to burn to death because as you guys are outside, the flames reach the third level of the windmill, and now you hear children screaming from the inside. And that's where we left off. So
We didn't know. Grok never told us that there were children up there, or even cages up there.
well, it wasn't cages. There's like barrels, like crates kind of thing with like little like front opening doors on them.
But the
Also, like a little
bottom
dog
line
crate?
is
Well,
he was the only one who knew that was upstairs.
it's true. And he didn't see children. He just saw crates.
Mm.
But yeah.
It's the kid's fault for not crying or yelling help or anything. There were some great meat pies, the best that I've ever had in my entire life.
Yep. Both the baby and Grok sampled the meat pies, and they were amazing. No one else seems to want to touch them, but they are great.
It's like a veal pot pie.
So this is Ryan. No, we're not playing the game today. We're just catching up on the campaign, talking about our memories of it and such. I'm glad Ryan's here though, because now he can speak for the vampires and the shambling mounds and such.
Yes, he can.
And the children who are being burned to death as we speak.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah, Ryan, did you get to see last week's show yet? Because I think you have a solid case for the party being evil.
Yeah, Tyrone lit the whole windmill on fire.
I mean, in the baby's defense, setting the windmill on fire probably was a great idea. We just didn't know that there were children inside.
Do you remember? I said, I'm like, I have a tinder box. I could light this thing on fire right now. And then Shan's like,
Tyrone
I have a torch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan, if you get around to watching that last episode, you'll see. Basically, they're in the midst of barbecuing children, and they don't know what's going to happen with that yet. That's where we ended things. Because your true colors are coming out. Frying children.
We didn't mean to. It was an accident. What, you gonna change us to chaotic evil now, Devin?
What? I was just super chaotic evil from the start. Killing all these defenseless creatures. Now I'm starting to sound like Ryan. All right, this is the other game. That's right. There's no nulls in this one, so
yeah.
All right, so how about that reading? You guys were told there would be an ally to help you. Strahd's enemy. The reading said Evil's bride is the one you seek.
She's with us the entire time.
Yeah.
That's who you think it's talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Well, isn't that the whole reason why we have to take her? Because Strahd wants to take her.
He's obsessed with her, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
either Strahd or the baby.
Well, that's true. I mean, anybody to marry the baby would have to be evil.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's a fair prediction.
I checked their pulses because the baby had a passing thought
Oh
that they
God.
might be vampires and this whole thing could have been a trap just to eat us. And for some reason, that pissed everybody off.
We
It
gotta
was
make
like that
shirt.
scene in The Thing where she makes everybody, or he makes everybody touch the like petri dish, except in the end, they didn't turn into like weird headless spider monsters.
Oh boy. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm actually
We gotta
enjoying
make.
this. Britt is actually looking at the chat now, so she can see for the first time ever
Yeah.
the chaos that is Ryan Garrison.
Yeah.
And Team Strahd.
Gotta make that a t-shirt now, Dev.
Oh
Team
yeah.
Strahd.
But yeah, Sarah, that's the thing. When with D&D, when you're watching it, you don't really need to know about the game itself. Not really. You might get a little lost in when they like talk about skill rolls and what number did you get in your dice and stuff like that. But it's really the game itself is just it's a collaborative story. Sure, the DM like sets everything up, but it's all about the players' decisions, what they do, things like this. So it's literally just an interactive, cooperative story being told. So I mean that's kind of why I think the game itself has taken off in terms of like Twitch and streaming and such. And it's pretty sure it's why I play it.
I think an interesting aspect to D&D is you may play the same campaign, but you'll never play the same campaign twice. Because it's very like player dependent. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's true. We can play like the Curse of Strahd over again with different characters, and it will be a completely different story.
Like
there will
we could
be
have just not went into the death house.
yeah, you actually
You
could
know?
have just skipped the death house entirely. When you went into the village of Barovia, you guys heard like a woman weeping in the distance. And you were going in to find out what was going on with her, but then you ended up sidetracking going into the tavern. So you never did find out what was going on there. That's a whole possible quest line that you guys have no idea. And that could play into account later on, or it might not. Another thing is when you guys went into the church, you fought Doru, the vampire spawn, son of Father Donovich. One game you guys play, you could fight him until you kill him. Another one, you could just leave him in the basement. In this game, you guys fought him and he got away. So Doru now is running around Barovia. So who knows what kind of long-term ramifications that could have. So it's like...
I'm just kidding.
So it's like everything you do has consequences and changes the game every time you play it.
It's just like Stranger Things.
Sure.
And the Demigorgons.
You could just be the rules instead of finding out what they are and establish a proper human rights convention in the chat box. It's violated inside of the chat box. Ryan is completely pro monster. It's awesome.
It's really weird for me being like part of the chat because usually when I go to watch the episode back just for like refreshers and whatnot, it's so bizarre like seeing Ryan in action and not just, oh, this is just Ryan automatically, being in the chat.
So Ryan in action is probably one of the best things about the game.
I'm not sure if that was meant to be sarcastic or not, but
no, I'm serious.
No. It touches on something that we've talked about before, and it's the live stream aspect of the game. Like we are, like I keep saying, we are all relatively new to the game, so I know like long-term players of D&D are probably cringing at a lot of the shit that we do.
Yeah.
but we're still going to stream it because, well, we'll play it anyway because it's fun, regardless whether we're streaming it or not. But the chat aspect of it, having Ryan in there yelling on behalf of all the monsters, and on the stoop jumping in with his little quips every now and then, it adds a different dynamic to the game. And yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. I want to hear about what happened.
Britt, you can read that one. I don't want to put my attractive voice to that comment.
I'm waiting.
Are you not reading the chat, Matt?
I am not reading the chat.
Oh, you're missing out, man.
He's Britt
I'm on
today.
I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay.
My Wi-Fi is like, not that anyone cares, but there's a bunch of fucking tourists that have fucking invaded our town, and the Wi-Fi keeps going out because there's like 80 million fucking assholes all getting online to post their goddamn Instagram pictures of them standing on a fucking rock. Okay, I'm not ranting anymore. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Monse just saw my tweets from yesterday. It's hilarious.
Oh, so you're the one doing it.
What?
The comment from the chat is Ryan saying, "Yes, I comment." And Devin sometimes puts a slightly more attractive voice to emulate my stentorian tones of peace.
That's good.
But yes, Monse did reply. So for context on this, we did the one shot, the Meg inspired one shot yesterday,
and Brett and Monse did it. Yeah,
there was a character named Sharkbait who is basically based on Monse, another booktuber, and in the end, Britt's character decided to seduce her, and the ending of the whole game was just basically establishing that the two of them at least had a one-night stand, maybe more. We don't know yet.
Oh my gosh.
And
Britt wore Monse like a Rolex.
Well, to be fair, Sharkbait. Yeah.
Why is her nickname Sharkbait? Is there like a story behind it? Did she go swimming?
Well, no, it's her and Erica. Erica is like so obsessed with Meg and sharks and pirates and such. So she started calling Monse Sharkbait. Because the two of them are just inseparable.
See, I had this whole, like, I don't want to call it a fantasy or anything, but this is how I picture it. Monse at the beach, hanging out, going, should I try surfing? I don't know. Maybe I'll just go for a swim. And then she goes out into the water, and then it's like, dun, 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 dun. And she's like, oh my God, I'm on my period. I got to get out of here. And she starts swimming as fast as she can, but a shark's chasing her.
Wow, man.
People need to have, like, origins to nicknames posted somewhere so I don't come up with these stupid fucking, like, things.
Oh my God.
She makes it to the shore, okay? She doesn't get eaten.
Yeah, she just debate.
That does sound like the story that Monse would give to that.
It does. That's the thing.
That's funny. That's good.
Oh boy. So
dun, dun.
What happened to Donahue?
Dun, dun.
I still attest that Britt's face was the most priceless ever when I told Krista that the character's name was Donna from, the family Hugh. And Britt lost it. It was awesome.
I make some pretty great faces.
On the stoop, I'm pretty sure he was the one that was in the chat that said, don't go back in there. She's probably filling a mail haul.
Yeah.
Oh, were there a bunch of topless teenagers in there?
No, but when Krista was leaving, I did let a little dog run in. And
nice.
Yeah.
Monse says Britt and I now have fan fiction Sharkbait approved.
Oh god.
Oh,
So yeah, so we're 7 episodes
booktube
into
fan
Strahd,
fiction.
and so yeah, you guys got any ideas of what you think is going to go down? What you'd like to see go down?
Well, I'm hoping Tyrone doesn't run into a burning windmill.
That's a good start.
That would be ridiculous, especially if Tyrone runs into the burning windmill to save them, and then some sort of sorcery happens, and the kids are outside with us, and they're like, "Hey, what are you guys looking at?" And we turn and see the kids there, and then we turn back to see the burning windmill with Tyrone dying as the kids are hanging out with us now.
So you want to trade Tyrone for the kids?
No, I don't want to do these things.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, like, that would be awful and hysterical. I want to go down the side of the mountain, though. I don't want to take the trail into the town. I want to, like, try to, like, I don't know, ride like a shield or something down the hill.
Just ride Grok down the mountain.
Oh my god,
like
that would
in
be
Mario.
hysterical. Oh, why haven't we tried that? Jumping on Grok and like booting him and then running behind him really quick to knock out all the bad guys.
Just like surfing.
Well, we need Grok there and not in his shell to do that, first of all.
Yeah. Although I did drag him through a bunch of horse shit.
You did.
That was pretty awesome. Yeah, I have a feeling once we get into that town, get ready for this shocking moment, okay? Something awful is going to happen.
Really? You think?
Yeah. I would put 10 gold pieces on it.
It's worth 10 gold pieces to you. Wow. Here, I'll put this up. Here's the you guys get to see this for the first time. This is the full map of Barovia. This is the domain that you're working with here. So you guys came in.
Cheeseburger.
Yeah. You guys came in here from the side. Here's where the village of Barovia is.
Well, Devin, you're just Strahd, so we can't see anything.
I'm so glad she said that because I'm like, oh shit.
Forgot I wasn't sharing. There we go. Now you
still
can see
not
it.
sharing.
Yes,
oh wait, there
it
is. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Let's see this.
So here's the village of Barovia. And down here is where you guys cross that river.
Huh? Am I looking for your tiny mouse? Oh,
Probably.
Sounds like we're on a date.
Rather be tiny than non-existent.
Well, I can't. Oh wait, no, I see it now.
So yeah, D is where that river was. F, this is where the crossroads were, where you saw the baby hanging.
Ooh.
And then you guys cut up here to Zerpool. Upper G is. This is where the Vistani camp was.
Okay.
Here's where the gorge. And here's the Black Gate that you guys went through.
Oh yes, the Black Gate.
This is the other way you were heading. Here's Castle Ravenloft for Strahd. So you had the option to go this way or this way, and you went this way. And this is where the windmill is.
And where's the town?
Up here.
Okay. Where's the death house?
Death house is like on the edge of the village of Barovia, so it's like it'll probably be around here somewhere.
Oh, okay.
So you guys have like traveled almost half the like realm of Barovia.
Snap.
Not bad for 7 episodes.
But Luna Lake, this is where Shan's card reading said to go, is way down here. So that's why I said it was going to take like months to get there, because you got to travel through here.
Oh, now I see Luna Lake. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, as you can see, there's lots of stuff in here. Here's Valaki. Crest should be around here somewhere. Crest 2. don't even see it on the map. There's another town. It must be like around here. Oh, Crest. Here we go. That's the other main town. So just Crest, Balaki, and Barovia.
That's so tiny. Is it a small town, or did they just run out of space on the map?
Well, it's this whole like area, but the town is right there, and then there's a whole area behind it.
I can't get writing booktube fan fiction out of my head right now. This is like such a huge win. Ugh. Okay.
Ryan asks, "You know what I'd like to see go down?" And
My pants.
I don't think that was a question. I think it's you know what I like to see go down.
Oh. My pants.
It's following the message of topless cheese grater aid teenagers. So
what?
I think age
topless teenagers.
Yeah.
My bad.
Graders?
I misunderstood. Yeah. This is why I shouldn't be in the chat.
It's all right. Just follow the grammar and the punctuation. It'll tell you.
Oh, that was a Marge Simpson noise. Did you hear that? Nice one, Britt.
But yeah, like I said, you guys being new to the game, how's it going for you so far? Do you like it? This particular one, Strahd, I mean. Look at the Dim Haven after.
Yeah.
It is very likable.
Okay, now the answer you're not paid to give.
It's all right. No, I'm just kidding. We're having a lot of fun.
Right?
I told you, we hate it. No, but really, no, it's a lot of fun. I like it. At first, I wasn't really sure, like, how to play Zrhagar as a character, but like now he's kind of actually developing like a personality and stuff. So it's gonna be interesting how it goes from here. I was hoping that maybe him and the baby would become like friends, but I think they're more frenemies right now.
No, I don't look at you like that. That's how you look at me. I was just going to say thing that... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, in one sentence, Britt has, like, warmed Matt's heart and then crushed it in the same
way. She's a jerk like everybody else. Everybody's hating on the baby. No, but I think it's crazy how quickly, like, people's character and flaws, like, show up for everyone to start like coming down on him for. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I think we were playing for about 45 seconds before Zrhagar and Raphael kept saying I wasn't allowed to do anything. Like, there was actually a moment we were in like a boss fight and Raphael said, "I'll only heal you if you go stand in the hall." And I had to, like, the rest of the battle, I had to be in the hall because they didn't want me fucking anything up. That was a little harsh, I thought.
It was a little bit harsh, but sometimes being a little bit harsh is a necessary evil.
Yeah.
But, like, player-wise, the baby is probably one of my favorite characters to interact with. Like, even though him and Zrhagar are obviously not BFFs, like, as
Why
a player...
Why do you keep saying that? Like, the baby thinks Zrhagar and the baby are, like, freaking, like, I don't know, like, Cagney and Lacey. I can't believe that was the first fucking thing that came to my mind to describe that, too.
Matt has dated himself as ancient.
Yeah. You know, like Simon and Simon. Or TJ Hooker and Heather Locklear, whatever her character name was.
Or Cain and Abel. No, wait.
Or Chips. No, but seriously, like, you have this like deep-rooted hatred of me or of the baby, and it's really weird. But you do, like, every time something comes up now, I'm like, now is Rygar going to tell the baby not to do something? Maybe the baby should take a step back and think about this for a minute. So it's more of like a, like a father-son thing more than a frenemy thing.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm not going to force you to be my friend, Britt, okay? You either are or you aren't.
Matt, you know I love you. But no,
boy. You could actually hear the moment when his heart shatters.
But no, I was hoping that like Rhaegar would lighten up a little bit and become less of a hard ass. But it seems like every time they leave and go to a new location, it just gets worse.
Well, you're the voice of reason.
Oh my god.
Even though you're a dragonborn.
That's true. You mean you don't have your cleric with you right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which on the stoop has just said Raphael was his favorite character. So memorable. I'm not sure if that's sarcasm or not.
He pooed himself to death.
Raphael was like silent more often than not.
We're going to get back to Barovia, and he's going to be a poopless vampire.
You get back to Barovia, and it's like Saruman and Wormtongue going back to the Shire. Raphael's like a new warlord, just controlling everything.
Yeah.
He's the real boss you have to fight at the end.
He's the reason why at the end of Return of the King, there's like an extra 45 minutes that shouldn't be there.
Ryan doesn't remember names or characteristics of any of the main characters. All of my favorites are no names.
On the stoop says, I liked the baby's attempt at an icebreaker with Rhaegar's conversation. So are you warm-blooded or cold-blooded?
It was a legitimate question.
I mean, it was a fair question.
Because if it gets like dark and shit and cold and we need to outrun something and you're like, oh, I'm cold-blooded, I can't run very fast in the dark, then we're fucked.
It's fair. And to be fair, I actually had to look it up and I still don't have a definitive answer.
I thought you said warm-blooded.
I said we'll go with warm-blooded, but I couldn't find it actually in the lore of Dragonborns are cold or warm-blooded. I'm assuming warm-blooded because they're not full dragon. They're just...
Yeah, Wizard of the Coast really fucking screwed the pooch on this one.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to talk to them.
Like in the morning, do you have to lay on a rock in the sun? I forgot about this.
We need a lamp.
That's why she liked Raphael so much. You get a sacred flame to keep her warm.
Aww.
Well, the thing with Dragonborns, or at least my understanding of Dragonborn, is they're more human than dragon. They just have like weird
eczema.
Well, they're bipeds. I don't know if they are human though. Like, yeah, they stand on two legs and they have two arms and like the shape of it is humanoid, but I don't know biologically if they are human.
I've tried to figure this out. I can't get a definitive answer because apparently, I guess it's different depending on the edition that you play. Do Dragonborn have tails?
Yeah. Don't they?
In 5th edition? I don't know.
I keep jumping over it when she walks by. I don't tell you guys about it, but I do it.
The baby plays jump rope with Rhaegar's tail.
You keep walking in front of me
Actually,
and then trying to turn, and it like fucks me up.
Nope, none of the 5th edition images have tails.
Damn it.
That sucks.
What have I been jumping over this whole time?
You don't want to know.
Oh.
You didn't find it was weird that it was in front of her?
She called the shit poop.
Oh god.
Oh, that's gross, Dev.
Though that would be pretty funny if Strahd had to lay on a rock in the morning to regain full hit points. That's probably
hysterical.
a terrible idea that I just gave Devin.
Her speed goes down to 3 in the morning. That's funny.
It really sucks when it rains. I'm solar powered. I can't do it today.
She's not feeling up to it. But yes, Sarah, Dungeons and Dragons actually is incredibly fun. Tabletop games in general, I say, are the most addicting gaming experience you can have. Because it's as open world as it gets. And again, it does depend on your DM. It depends on the players you're playing with. It can get complicated. Like, if you have like one player that just wants to go and kill a bunch of shit, and you got another player that wants to tell these cool stories, it can clash. So it's very difficult to find a good group to come together and play long term and for it to go well. It's not easy to do that aspect of it, but when you have decent people and a group that works together, then yeah, I don't think there is a better game than Dungeons and Dragons, World of Darkness, Dread, all the tabletop RPGs.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
And I mean, sorry, Dev, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just going to repeat myself, basically.
Well, obviously the chat wouldn't know this because I say this in my our Voxer chat for D&D, but like this D&D thing, like this is the highlight of my week every week. So like I love. Yeah, like I love doing this shit. And I did play D&D once with a group before, but we were playing 4.5, and none of the group really took it very seriously, and the DM kind of just like did everything for us. So like when Devin was like, "Do you want to play D&D?" He basically had to teach me how to play D&D from scratch, and like God bless him, because that was quite an experience.
Yeah, there's a lot of different styles for D&D. Some DMs are of the mindset where you don't kill the players, and I understand why it's not fun killing off a player, but at the same time, if you're playing through this game and there's no stakes, like if the players know they're going to survive every battle, then how do you build tension?
Mm-hmm.
So like, again, it boils down to the hardest thing with D&D is finding the right people to play with.
Yeah.
Because it's a game like Curse of Strahd, playing it proper, playing it right through. This could take over a year of playing to get to the point where you're going to finish this story. To get a character from level 1 to level 20, that could take like upwards of 2 years of playing. So yeah, you need to have people that you can get along with, people that you gel with, and play styles that you gel with too. Because like I said, there's the murder hobos that just like killing things. There's the storytellers. There's people that like the absolute insanity of doing whatever you want. Then there's other people that are like, well, these are the rules and we got to stick to these. So there's so many different play styles that, again, the game itself is amazing, but it's about finding the right group and the right play style that works. Because you don't want to be 6 months into a game and realize, oh, we got to play D&D again. Man, I really can't stand playing with Matt. Like, God, this is annoying. And
I love how I'm the first name that comes to his mind.
But yeah, that's basically what it is. It's like, that's the hard part. The finding of the right people to play long term. And especially as you get older, that gets more and more difficult.
Yeah. I played with some fucking jerky fucking nerds, man. Let me tell you what.
Are you talking about us, or are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about like other times I've tried to like do like a full group.
Yeah.
Because this might come as a shock to most of you, but for the majority of my life, I've played with myself. That's it. No.
I wish I had like a cricket sound effect.
No, but like I did, and I still do, like a lot of like solo RPG things, just because I love doing it and it's fun. But like every time I've gotten together with people to do it, it's been like, I don't know if not fun is the right word, but like there's, in my experience, there's always been that one person who like just turns out to be like the biggest like Nazi in the fucking world and won't let you fucking do or say anything. And is like, nope, can't do that, can't do that.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. And then they won't like share their Cheetos with anybody because they brought them from home. Fucking assholes, you know, like shit like that.
It really sucks when that person is the DM. I played in games like that. It's not fun.
Well, at least when the person's the DM, it's like law and that's it. If it's not the DM, then the DM like tells the guy who's yelling no, like, no, it's okay. No, you can allow it. And then they get into a fucking argument. And it's like,
Yeah, no, but see, when it's a DM, it's not really better because, I mean, then yes, they can just make arbitrary rules, and because it's their world, it applies. If you have a disruptive person at the table, generally a DM, if you're assertive enough, can somewhat circumvent that. But either way, have like that kind of person at the table ruins the whole experience, and that's what I mean by it's so hard to find the right people to play this game, because it only takes one person, the wrong person in that particular group, to ruin the experience for everybody. And that's not to say that person
whole sinks a ship.
Pretty much, yeah. And that's not to say that person is, bad at playing D&D or can't play these games really well. It's just they don't fit that particular group. There probably is a group of people that they will play with, and they're all the same, and they gel with a lot better, but it's just not you. And if you find that kind of clash can ruin the whole party for...
Well, like, I don't know if I've ever heard, I think you might have said it once, but I've never heard of someone saying, like, oh, like, my party that I campaign with is, like, 100% awesome, everyone's great. I've never heard anyone say that. But I think you said that the other day. Not about us, obviously, but like in an IRL game.
Yeah, but well, see, I would say that with you guys too. That's why the book of D&D is going as well as I think it is because yes, Matt, the baby does some fucking ridiculous things, and sometimes they don't work out very well. Even Grok.
I think Grok has the title now.
Grok definitely has the title now. Yes,
I'm a mature baby.
But even Grok going into his shell in the middle of a fight, like in the immediate moment it happens, it's like, are you serious? Really, this is what you're doing?
Dude, you have no idea how like I shit myself when that happened. I was like, this is bullshit, right? Like, we're gonna stop playing now, right? And then Devin's like, oh, it's my turn. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like really happening. Like, I'm alone down here, like hundreds of feet away from everybody else, and no one knows where I am. Oh my God, I was terrified.
I felt so bad for you, Matt. Like, legitimately, like, as a player, I was like, shit, I gotta get down there. Like, Zergo's gotta get down there and save the baby's fucking ass.
I'm like, I need to have, like, mac and cheese in my pocket at all times to make sure Brock doesn't run away from me.
But again, at the same time, like, yes, in the moment that stuff is horrible. And right now, we just had about a 5-minute talk and we're laughing about it because it's a good story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
It's not clashing with the rest of the group at this point. It's all you guys play differently, but you play well together, and that's the important thing when it comes to playing this game.
Yeah, if I would have died, I would have been a little more mad about it, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
but you didn't.
Yeah.
And again, not to pat myself on the back, but I mean that's the specific reason why I gave the off chance of Tyrone and Zragar rolling perception to see if they hear Doru scream. That wasn't going to happen if Grok was there, because you guys were so far away that's almost impossible. But
if they would have rolled shit, then
if they would have rolled shit, then yeah, you might have actually died. But that's another thing that's really good about this game. Well, bad in that case, I guess, but good. It's the randomness, because you're using dice, because you're using like a system. It's not just, oh, I want to kill off the baby so the baby dies, or like, I want to kill Aisling so Aisling's going to die. It's the dice that decides these kind of things. So you have that randomness. So it's not just, I'm not the all powerful being that does everything. The dice really want to decide. So yeah, if they didn't hear you, I don't know what would have happened. And that's why I like this game so much, because that would have been an entirely different thing. The baby might have died and we could have a brand new character from Matt right now.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Right? And that
His
random
name would be Dandy.
Yeah.
And he would be a tall, slender elf that throws flowers at people.
Pretty much. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's every decision you guys have made up to this point, if you would have done a different decision, would have drastically changed where the story is.
Yeah.
And it's the intoxicating thing about D&D.
Is killing Aisling off the table?
God, no. That's the plan. If Tyrone survives, remember, Aisling has to die.
Okay. Got it.
Hold on.
No.
It just throws... Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting like a little perturbed about like how quick Aisling can do math. Like, I feel like she's rubbing it in my face.
There was a message I wanted to mention that I wanted to mention earlier. Ryan says, "I'm glad this DM knows the importance of killing players. Let's hope he remembers the importance of killing players next game."
Oh,
that's actually kind of weird, because we were saying the same thing last night.
Well, no, Sam is in the chat.
Down.
Don't kill Aisling.
Well, yeah, I know, I see. But...
but sometimes the baby finds religion and retreats to a monastery to lead a meditative lifestyle. You think that's in the future, man?
No. I think
the baby's gonna open up a daycare center.
No, I think, well, there's some pretty shitty parents in Barovia. I'm not gonna lie. But I think unless something drastic happens, the baby's going to end up being a lonely wanderer, wandering down a lonely, lonely road.
Zragar will be there with you.
Yeah.
Going, hey, we're not friends, but like I'm hanging out with you. So just fucking.
He'll be like 3 steps to the side. He won't actually look like he knows you, but he'll be there with you.
Yeah.
You still need to have deniability.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sarah, that basically is the biggest takeaway from D&D in general. She said she learned 3 things about the whole stream. Learned 3 things throughout the whole stream. It's a tabletop game. It's based on storytelling, and different players make the game different.
Yeah.
That sums up D&D pretty succinctly. So, yes, you are getting it.
And I mean, going back to the dice roll thing, sometimes the fails are the best part.
Yeah. That's
I don't know, because I think there were like 3 weeks in a row that begged to differ with you, because that was like horrific. I couldn't hit the broadside of a fucking barn with anything.
This probably isn't. I probably should say this in the next chat we do in about an hour. But one of my favorite moments in the Dimhaven campaign is when Jackie took a shot with her arrow and crit failed, and I was like, "You're behind Aisling, right?" was like, hey, she's like, make a deck save. And then you see Sam's reaction to it. Matt starts cracking up. Oh my God, he's going to shoot her. That was awesome.
I've been shot by her before.
Yeah.
Fucking critting on something.
Well, okay, I'll tell you what. This is not BookTube D&D, but this is my IRL game. On this past week, we played a game, and they were at Cragmaw Castle. They were fighting hobgoblins. They left one alive, and they were going to interrogate him, but he was alive because the sorcerer cast sleep. So hobgoblin was asleep. So they were like, okay, they got him all tied up. They had him against the wall, and they're like, okay, the barbarian is like, I'm gonna slap him awake. And then the sorcerer, who's pretty much kind of a dick, is like, just punch him. She was like, okay, I'll punch him. So I was like, all right, fine. If you're going to punch him, you got to roll an attack on it. She rolled her attack. She botched. Crit 1. So I was like, okay, you two of you are standing next to each other, right? Okay. Sorcerer, make a deck saving throw. He failed. So I got her to roll her damage. But what happened was she went to punch the hobgoblin and slipped, and her fist came up, and he actually cracked the sorcerer in the jaw. It was beautiful.
It's like that bit in Shaun of the Dead where like they're like fighting a zombie in the bar, and the girl throws a dart at the zombie and hits Shaun in the head, and there's like a dart sticking out of his head. I feel like that in most battles.
But no, Brett brings up a good point. Like, and this is something that I'm impressed with all of you guys, Sam included, because I know she's in the chat, in that when new people come to D&D, they look at it, okay, we're playing a game, and it's like, okay, I want to win. So they like try and do the best stats possible. They don't like it when they get bad rolls. It's all about trying to win. And winning D&D is not something that you really need to concern yourself with, because again, it's about the story and having fun. The botches are the best because that's when like random chaos happens. And I guarantee the more you play this game, you are going to remember your botches. For every one botch you have, you're going to remember that more than like 20 of your crit successes. Like, it's the failures that make the stories that you will tell people about your campaign.
I only remember me critting on my hat, me critting on the meat pie, and me critting on doing a flying somersault to break the door on the floor to be eaten by a vampire. If I did other crits, I don't remember them.
Yeah, you remember the failures way more than the successes. But in your case, those were just crazy ass things you did that you crit on. So I can see that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah, there was like 3 weeks where like the highest roll I had was like a 7, and I took Britt's advice and salted my dice, and then I thought I better salt every die I had.
Did it feel nice?
Huh?
Did it feel nice?
No.
You didn't get lice, did you?
What?
You took Britt's advice and you salted your dice. Said, was it nice?
Oh.
Did you have lice?
We're Dr. Seussing this whole fucking thing right now. I see. Yes, it was all of those things. But I just want everyone to know that salting your dice doesn't work.
No.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried to help you, man.
Especially if you don't do it with mice.
Yeah.
Then you pay the price.
Damn.
God damn it, Devin. Stop.
What? I only said it twice.
Oh! That was good.
All right. Well, we went a little long or a little late because we started late. But yeah, any final thoughts on the Strahd campaign for either the chat or you guys?
Crabs or pubic lice?
That sounds like a great note to end on.
Are we not rhyming anymore? Or are we done with that? Okay.
I mean, no, Strahd's really fun. For a first, well, not really a first experience, but I'll say a first positive experience with
first proper experience.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like I'm glad that everybody gels really well, and I think we gel so well because we're already all good friends in real life, so
Are we though?
we
Is
are.
that really a thing?
No, I'm just really good at acting, Matt. I actually hate
Okay.
all of you. But but no, it's been really fun, and I'm glad that Devin was willing to give me a chance. So that was cool.
Oh.
I was willing to give Matt a chance. I might as well give you a chance.
Oh.
All right. So with that, we're gonna end this one for now, but we'll be back in a little under an hour now, 4:30 Pacific, which is what Eastern 7:30.
Uh,
7:30
Yeah.
Eastern. Sam will be with us for a period of time, and we're going to talk about the Dim Haven campaign.
Join us.
So, till then, we'll see you guys later.
Yep. Bye, guys.
Bye.